Good morning, Soul Family. Alrighty then. I'm all abuzz right now. I've got an idea floating around in my head about a weekend workshop retreat here in Canyon Lake. I'm sitting here looking at our property. I'm going to take you out and I'm going to show you. I already have everything figured out what I want to do. See the sand right there behind the basketball court? I'm going to make a medicine wheel right there. We've got the brand new, all refurbished dockhouse being done. We've got the canoe. We've got all the private space to walk around. I'll put chairs out. I've got this planned. Drum circle, medicine wheel, walking the medicine wheel, guided meditation, a group reading, each person getting a private reading. There is a special activity, a creative activity that I'm not going to tell you until I get it nailed down to the floor. Oh, maybe I'll just tell you. We'll go out into the hills and we'll pick our own white sage and I'll help you make your own sage wands. That's going to be our creative project. Each person is going to, I just posted it. I talked to my landlord and at first I was thinking about having them come and stay here. And he's nervous about that, and I thought, yeah, you know what? I don't want to do that anyway. And besides, if you were to go do a workshop retreat somewhere else, you have to get your accommodations there as well. This is not going to be on site spending the night, but right outside the gates of Canyon Lake, this is a private gated community. It's a resort community. It's beautiful. There's a travel lodge right outside our gate. There's many Airbnbs all around here, so we would start at 11. That gives everybody time to get their breakfast, get here, do our activities. We're going to go out on the canoe in turns, right? People will go out be able to take the canoe out. Bird watch. I can take you guys down. When we go down to pick the sage, there are different beaches that we can go to, and we'll take you down to the clubhouse and walk you down around the beaches there. So everybody would be responsible for their lodging and their dinners, and bring a sack lunch. And what you're basically paying for is the area, the knowledge, the activities. That's what you're paying for. $250 per person per day. That gives you a full private reading, a group reading, the medicine wheel, guided meditations, going out on the canoe, the activity of making the sage wands, the drum circle. The last night, the closing night ceremony, we will have a drum circle around the fire pit down at the dockhouse. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So it's March. I'm thinking March. My landlord's going to Mexico for 10 days in March, and that would be the perfect time to do it so it doesn't disturb him. And who's in? Who's excited? I'm excited. I'm moving forward because the person that asked me to do the retreat with her, she bailed. And she just said that, her reason was that, you have to remember, she's worried about bringing in what she said was, I'll give you word for word what she said because I don't want to, did I delete it? Let's see. I'll tell you word for word what she said, her concerns. And everybody, I was surprised because I'm not concerned about what anybody thinks about what I do. I am a spiritual person. This is my life. This is my path. This is what I'm here to teach. This is what I'm here to share. And I don't have any fear of what anybody else has to say about it. But I know a lot of people do. A lot of people are held back, and that's why we have the readings that we do that are talking about don't be afraid anymore. But this is what I said, we need to get serious about our collaboration. Spirit is saying, do this. And she said, Sherri, I plan to wait to do this until I have established base of clients to introduce mediumship. I have to keep in mind that this is a closed-minded, Bible-fearing community. When it's meant to happen, it will fall into place. I'm happy for your excitement. So it's not meant to happen with her because I'm not worried about a Bible-fearing community. I went out yesterday to do our reading, and as I left the reading, there was a car I was passing, and it was parked on the side of the road next to the lake, and it said 777 on the license plate. And I was going to take a picture of the plate because 777, of course, is my favorite number sequence to see. Because, if you guys aren't aware what 777 means, you are definitely on the right path in every area of your life. Stay balanced and spiritually aware so that you can continue moving forward on this illuminated path. So I thought, thank you very much. I just finished doing the reading where I was talking about us moving forward and not being afraid and taking that leap of faith. And this was my path, and I was speaking about the collaboration that I wanted to do. So at this point, it's just me. I have all of the knowledge. I have all of the tools. If there's somebody in my spiritual community that would like to join and bring something to the table to collaborate, I would be more than willing. But at this point, I'm moving ahead. Spirit says I'm on the right path. So I see this girl getting into the car, and she's got angel wings on her back. Now, this is the difference between being afraid of a Bible-fearing community and me not being afraid. I parked my car, and I walked up to the window. Beautiful Hispanic girl sitting inside, and she's like, oh, she rolls down the window. She goes, hi. And I said, sorry, I don't mean to disturb you. And she goes, not at all. Her husband was picking oranges from the grove that was right there on the side of the road. And I said, did you have angel wings on your sweat jacket? And she said, I do. And I said, very cool. I said, do you know what the number 777 means? And she said, I hope it's good luck. Does it mean something good? And I said, it means something fantastic. And I told her what it meant, and she was so excited. She goes, oh my God, thank you so much for telling me. And I said, no problem. I said, when I got something good to say, I share it. And she goes, thank you so much. Totally receptive. I didn't know if she was going to be receptive or not. I really didn't care. My point was I'm supposed to share my message. So I'm moving forward. So I'm putting that out there. If anybody would be interested in doing this, if anybody else has any ideas, I'm open to collaboration. As I said, I have a friend who owns a little store here close by in Lake Elsinore. It's a metaphysical shop. I used to work there. Actually, I did readings for her for a while. I'll run this reading by her and see if she has anything she wants to add. She may be interested in joining. She is also a Reiki master, and she's a massage therapist. So that could be something that happens as well. Maybe she'll come and want to do a separate, a Reiki healing. Maybe that would happen. I do Reiki. I'll do Reiki healing. Hell, I just added that. Forget that. I just added that. A Reiki healing. But maybe she'll want to join, and collaborate as well. And that would be an extra fee, I think, for that. Absolutely. But I'm moving forward. I want to be with my twin. I want to, but my spiritual path is the most important thing for me. So I move forward on my path. So I'm excited about that, and I'm putting it out there for you guys. Anybody wants to do a weekend retreat in Southern California in a beautiful gated community, that's probably the least expensive retreat you'll ever find. I know how much they cost. But I'm just going to do this one and see how it goes. I'm not about, making a shitload of money off of everybody. This is about teaching, and it's about sharing and expanding. So, the deck we're working with today is the Faery Forest by Lucy Cavendish. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What is the most important message for us today? I was really bummed yesterday because I did the reading, and it looked, when I went back to look at it, it was all zoomed in, and all you could see was my nose. And I thought, are you kidding me? It was such a beautiful place, and there were so many things that happened, and I don't know what's going on with my phone. But after when I thought, well, I'm just going to put it out, with my nose. And I thought, well, am I looking at things too closely, or what was my message? And then later on, when I went to, I just thought, well, I'm putting it out as is, and you guys can just listen to it. And then when I went to look at it, it was fine. It reverted back to normal. So, trying to figure out what that message is. It might come to me. All right, here's our message. The Life Bringer. Hold on. I'm going to move it like this. The Life Bringer. Okay. Establishment, growth, fulfillment. I like that. I like the sound of that. And check this out. My beautiful little purple, remember decanter that I was sent from Wisconsin, and I said it could have a feather in it. And I thought, no, you know what it needs to have on it? It needs to have my, what are they? Herkimer crystals, Herkimer diamonds. I thought that was in a place of value. They mean something important to me in the color, highest spiritual color. Okay, so the Life Bringer. Establishment, growth, and fulfillment. Well, that's exactly what we want to have happen. The number 35 is the number of the card. Sometimes I'm asked to stress the numbers. Today, I will. 3 with the Ascended Masters and 5 about changes. A positive change is coming about with you with the assistance and the protection of the Ascended Masters. So, and it's going to be having to do with growth. Life-bringing growth. You can see everything in abundance here. All the ferns unfurling, the trees, everything is coming to life. So this is about ideas. This is about projects. This is about, the thinking of them, the gestation period. That's exactly what I was just talking about for myself. Ideas are coming to life. That's what's going on. The life bringer. Something that's going to bring fulfillment to you and growth in your spiritual path. This is about the time period coming up very soon that we're into is going to be bringing you health and love and physical beauty. All of this is coming. Everything that you're looking at. Green, the color of your heart chakra, and healing is happening right now. There's something new that's being developed, or it's birthed maybe within you. We've come through that dark night of the soul. And right now, just like we have to guide our projects along, and as we guide our children along, we've got to support our ideas and support our projects, right? To bring them to fulfillment, just as we raise our kids. We have to take in our pets. We get a little kitten and we go through the kitty stage, and then as they get older, we help them out and as they grow. And same thing with our projects and our ambitions and our dreams. We have to bring them from the idea, the gestation period, which is what I'm just doing right now, to fulfillment, till they're actually established and they're strong and unshakable and forward moving. So right now, what Spirit's saying is your accomplishments are being acknowledged. You have earned respect. And respect that you have earned is long overdue because you've put your work in. You've been contributing very, very, very much so to the spiritual community and to this world. And now you're going to receive the value and the recognition that you are worthy of and you deserve. So it also means you may be about to ask for money for your services. Maybe you're somebody who's been giving free card readings, or maybe you've been doing charity work, or I've done most of my work for free. I'm now asking I'm asking for my worth. I'm doing a retreat and you're going to pay for it. And I'm not even charging a lot, but I'm definitely asking for a fee for it, right? So maybe you're going to be asking for more money in exchange for your services in order to develop your business and with what you've invested into it. You've got influence and you've got power and reputation, which is all good. This isn't you abusing your power. No, this is about using your spiritual power so that your reputation and your influence are growing in positive, healthy, inspiring ways. You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling good about your body. You've now started to love your body. You've started to realize, I've got to be nice to my body and I've got to treat my body with respect. I've got to feed my body properly. I've got to give it the nourishment and the rest that it needs so that it can grow and develop and live a long, healthy time on this planet. And right now, we know how to accept help and we know how to receive. We've now figured out that there's a give and take in order to have support in our lives so that we can move forward. We've got to do this for us as well as for others. We know the give and take now, the power of receptivity. Whereas before we may have been giving. No more. Now this is about I give to you, you give back. There's got to be a balance. You've reached this place now. So you're not going to be allowing disrespect. If people are disrespectful to you, you're going to set boundaries and you're going to set the rules. I got new rules. Remember that song yesterday? I got new rules. And I'm not getting over you when I'm under you. So I'm not underneath anybody anymore. You're not underneath anybody anymore. You're coming to the surface here. Any unkind words about yourself or your ideas or your plans, you're going to cut off. You're not going to tolerate that. You've grown. You've grown in stature, you've grown in truth, you've grown in knowledge, you've grown in respect, and now the world sees you for who you really are. They know that you come from a place of love. They know that you come from a place of goodness, that you're coming from a place of caring. So this is about successfully coming to a satisfactory place because you followed your dreams. I love this. This is where I feel I'm at right now, and this feels fantastic. I know a lot of my friends, my spiritual friends, are in this place as well. My friend Bill and his girlfriend, they're into yoga and they travel all over the place doing yoga retreats and they follow their path. And amazing person. I've got so many friends that have been expanding and doing their work. My friend Christina Kamla, she's a massage therapist and a Reiki master, and she has developed her own bath salts and creams that she's putting into her practice and offering. And there's so many other people that are doing such, and I would encourage you to continue to move forward in your career, because we have to keep moving forward. Life affirming ways, positive spiritual affirming ways that are helping you as well as others. correct for neutrality on all levels. And we're talking about the spiritual community right now. I'm not talking about, you know, your PR job. I'm not talking about your climbing the ladder with your multi-level marketing. I'm talking the spiritual community. That's who's talking to me right now. That's who's listening, right? So that's who this is for. Ooh, I like this. I've never seen this one before. Ooh, I like. Look at the beautiful colors. Look at that. I know my higher self is so tapped in. I love that. I knew to bring that color. Look at her in that beautiful lavender and the shades of indigo and violet. And oh, and look at her looking into her mirror. Now, interesting. There she sits, that fairy. But as she looks in the mirror, who does she see? The beautiful white unicorn. Where's my unicorn? I took it off of the back of Panu's tank. And you know what? Hold on a second. It didn't make a difference. Panu didn't start eating, so I'm putting it back. Thank you for your idea, but I'm putting it back. I personally feel that Panu should have a little bit of support, okay? He has a little bit of support necessary. So it's going to be this. The way I had it before. Thank you for the idea, but it didn't work. And like I said, I listened to people's ideas and thoughts, but I liked the idea that I had originally, and I'm going back to my idea. So that might be a message to you, right? You had an idea, other people had different ideas, you tried to do things from their perspective, and it didn't work for you. So you're going back to your own idea. So there it is. And that's what I need to see. And that's what we need to look at, because there is that beautiful unicorn, that beautiful white unicorn in the back, right there. There she is. And look it, there she is right there. So when she looks in the mirror, that's who she sees. So the idea, planning, patience, and cooperation. Well, we were told, remember? Last week, the one missing ingredient that we were having was cooperation. That's what we were calling in. And unfortunately, with the person that I was going to collaborate with, we don't have that cooperation. So, number 33, the Ascended Masters ask you to look past all the earthly illusions, the illusions of fear, doubt, worry, whatever's in front of you, right? And see the divine perfection within you. So she's looking down. If you notice, she's looking down. She's not seeing herself as Spirit sees her. She's fiddling with something. She's not paying attention. You can tell that it's her because her eyes are closed, and so is the unicorn. So Spirit's telling you, look up, look into the divine perfection of who you are, and see the divine perfection within you as well as within other people, right? And also the situation that you find yourself in. And as you do so, and you have that divine perfection in your mind, then it manifests externally in your relationships, in your career, in your health, and other areas of life. So that's what Spirit is asking you to do. And that's what's going on in this picture as well. So this is how Spirit sees you. You need to be careful about the song right now. Who do you think you are? Thinking about being a big star. Who do you think you are? You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You know who I think I am? I think I'm that fairy right there. I think that I'm not a massively amazing, fantastic unicorn that has the ability to pull together the most amazing weekend retreat because I have the gifts, because I've done my work. I know who I am, right? I've got a lot to offer. Spirit shared a lot with me, and I have a lot to share, and that's my job. So I know who I am. I don't think small of myself. So right now it's about planning, it's about patience, it's about cooperation. Right now, we need to be careful. So, look at look again. She's got this like a needle and thread is what it looks like to me. She's threading a needle, right? So she's got to be careful. To put a thread through a needle, the eye of a needle, it takes precision. It takes clarity, right? You've got to see it clearly. You have a steady hand. So right now, be careful, be precise, and consider what it is that you want to do and what it is that you want to say. Right now, Spirit is saying, as they were saying last week and in our reading yesterday, this is about sharing wisely. Look around carefully. Consider what in your life is worth bringing forward on your path. What in your life is working? What in your life is in your highest good? What in your life is following your spiritual path as you move forward? What will help you move forward? Right now, every little thing that you do, the small, precise things, if you pay attention and you take the time, and they're asking you to take the time to do little things every day that is going to forward your path. It's going to increase your stability in your spiritual life, in your physical environment, in your relationships. It's time right now. Every day you need to be very careful, observe, care for things, tie up the loose ends neatly, one by one. So maybe she's tying a thread, right? When you put the thread through the needle, then you got to tie it at the other end so it doesn't slip through, right? So what they're telling you right now is there is clutter around you. There's chaos around you. It could be emotional. It could be physical. It could literally be like right now. I'm going to show you something. I was really busy yesterday because I had to do our weekly reading, right? And it takes I don't know if you guys realize how much time it requires for me to do that and how much time it requires to upload. It was midnight by the time I was done yesterday, my whole day. That's what it takes for me to do the weekly reading. I got up this morning to do this with you guys. I haven't made my bed because Lily's sleeping on it. I got my pillows piled up. I've got a build here that I need to take care of. I have my sage wands that I've got to wrap as soon as I finish this, adorn them and send them off to the people that have ordered them. So right now it's kind of chaotic. Things are messy around me. So I need to clear that up. Those are things that I need to take care of. Now, for you, it may be emotional, it may be personal, it may be physical, whatever it is. And there's no one's blaming you. We got to live, right? We all have stuff. But right now, Spirit's saying it's your job to clean it up. So it's time to take shape. It's time to get things in order. Get your physical house in order if it's to do with your physical health. Get your spiritual life in order if it's to do with your career. As far as your spiritual life, get your relationships in order. Get your mental house in order. That's why I like the idea of the workshop. It will all be about cleansing your mind and clearing away the mental clutter so that we are able to proactively move forward. So if meditation time, whatever it is, you need to tidy things up in your life and shape it into a form that's more organized, flowing smoothly, and you have more control so that you have more free time. So do things in order, right? Right now it's about introducing order to the chaos because it's taking your energy, it's taking away your time, it's taking away your effectiveness, it's eating up your emotions. And because you may be allowing yourself to be surrounded by drama. I pulled myself away from that when I was in Sturgeon Bay. There was no way. I don't want any drama in my life. Drama tries to follow me, but I shut the door. I don't want it. You know, when you're a light, moths come to the flame, right? But you can fan them away. So right now, Spirit's telling you, no dilly-dallying around. This is about you carefully, precisely, with your clear intention, taking the next step in your life to shape things in the way that you want your life to move forward. And then your fate will reveal itself. It will start transforming itself into the destiny that you have chosen for yourself. So that is what's going on right now. This is about getting organized, moving things forward. And the first thing that comes to mind for me in regards to this is drama. Unnecessary drama by other people, by your own emotional stuff. Sometimes it's our own issues, our own false evidence appearing real that are causing chaos in our life and causing us to get stuck in our mental state. I got to say something to you that happened to me yesterday. Someone wrote to me. Actually, I noticed that they were making comment after comment after comment about my posts. And my posts were positive and the comments were sad faces. Sad faces, sad faces, sad faces. So I knew that there was something negative happening. I didn't address them on the page. But then the person wrote to me and said, somebody broke up with me because I'm overweight. And they were devastated. And I said, wow. You're devastated? You're devastated because Spirit told you that you had a piece of shit that you were talking to, that somebody that was so shallow, that didn't recognize the value of who you were, and you were devastated because you took the words that this person said and you believed them? First of all, if you're unhappy with your own physical self, you need to do something about it. You do something about it. If you don't like the way you're looking, you do something about it. As I was speaking to her, I was standing in the mirror, in the bathroom mirror, naked, and I was drawing a heart, I miss you, on the mirror to my best friend. I videotaped it and I put it out. You didn't get to see my naked body, but I was standing there naked as I got this message. And I had just looked at myself and I said to her, you know, I've got flaws in my body. I'm looking on the sides of my waist right now. I need to do some more twist turns when I do my crunches. You know, I see a little bit of cellulite that shouldn't be there. There's cellulite on the back of my thighs right now. I don't like that. My ass needs to be a little tighter. You know? I said, I've got flaws too. And then as soon as those words were out of my mouth, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, damn girl, you've got a hot body. You've got an hourglass figure. No, you're not perfect, but your body is pretty beautiful. You've got beautiful hair. Yeah, your eyes are tired right now. You haven't slept in fucking 3 years. What do you expect? You've allowed so much other drama from other people to come into your personal energy and drain you of your own energy. Your body is reflecting that. So when you start loving me and telling me how beautiful I am and giving me the respect I deserve by allowing me to go to sleep and allowing me to say to people, you know what, sorry, I'm not going to take this on. I'm not taking on that energy. I've got enough of my own negative energy that I need to disperse. I've got people writing to me all the time with their lists and lists of all the shitty things going on in their life. And, you know, my friend yesterday said, well, I just know that this is a safe place for me to vent. And I thought, yeah, I said, I understand that. But you know what? I've got my own drama in my own life. I've got my own negative energy, my own emotional situations that I'm working through. So after a while, there's got to be a cap. You know, I'm not your personal sounding board to dump all your shit on me. And of course, that wasn't her intention. But I'm telling you, that's me loving myself enough to realize, wow, I was getting overwhelmed. I was getting overloaded. And I didn't even realize it. And then I realized it and I said, wow, you know, I understand that you're going through it. I'm sorry. And I talked for quite a while and, you know, gave spiritual advice and was there for the person. And I know that the person felt that they were just talking to a friend, and they were. But, you know, I get this from hundreds of people a day. You don't understand. And I can't be your own. I am a life coach. I am a medium, but I am an empath. I'm a very strong empath, and so is this person. So she knows how this feels, and she got it, you know. She goes, you're right, I'm sorry. You know, this is my job. This is what I do. Yes, I became your friend on Facebook, but I am a life coach. I'm a reader. I'm an empath, I'm a Reiki master, and that is my way of, that I earn my business. So I was getting overwhelmed emotionally and energetically, and I had to put a stop to it. So I stood there in the mirror as I was talking to this other person that was writing with their story, and I had just said all those things about my own body, and then I thought, damn, you know what? I'm 53 years old, and I've got a body like a 30-year-old woman. I see 30-year-old women don't have a body like mine. And no, it's not perfect, but it's pretty beautiful. You know what? And I'm proud of it. And I can do better, and I will when I'm able to. But right now, I've got a lot on my plate. And if you love me for the way my tight ass looks, or for the fact that I don't have a flaw on my face, then don't be my friend. I don't want you. So I said to this person, thanks, Spirit, for showing that person the door, and block them right now. And I will be very disappointed in you if you don't block them from your life. Don't allow that person back into your life. For somebody to say something like that to you and end your relationship because you're overweight, you know, and I don't know the ins and outs of every story, but I've heard this a lot. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that we view our own selves this way. Now, women, we're harder on our bodies that way. Clearly the men judge the women on their bodies. But you know what? You don't seem to have a problem with a big fat beer gut, do you guys? Hanging over your bathing suit, hanging over your board shorts. You walk around in all your glory with your beer and your beer gut, burping and farting, and you think we think that's sexy? No, we don't. You're not an enlightened being. You're not in my realm of the world. Now, I am interested in my body being in good shape and for healthy reasons and for my own physical pleasure, because I'm proud of myself, for me, not for Jake, not for you, not for anyone else, for me. But if you're gonna judge my body and that's how you look at me, and I'm gonna care, then I've got a problem, right? I want to be looked at and I want to be valued for who I am and what I bring to the table, because that's what I do in regards to you. I've got friends of all different shapes and sizes and colors and ages. My soul family, I love them all for who they are, and they're amazing. If you looked at my plethora of friends, if you looked at the variety of people that I hung out with when I was in Door County, Sturgeon Bay, you would laugh. Everybody is so vastly different. But I gotta tell you, every one of them has a golden heart. And I love them all. So, we need to start loving ourselves, people. And when I'm looking at this goddess body here, this is my girlfriend Erica got me this. This is actually a pencil. It writes. It's really cool. And look at the infinity and the Om and the... I'm looking at the medicine wheel here. thinking of the Kundalini. I'm thinking of the Wheel of Life. I'm thinking of forward movement. I'm thinking of all kinds of beautiful things. But I dropped her, or she rolled off the counter and she broke right through the middle of her solar plexus. And I was so bummed, and I thought, well, I'll glue her back together. Well, now she's not perfect. Well, neither am I. And guess what? I'll show you. I'm going to do it. I'll do it right here. I don't even know if you can see it, but I'm going to show you something. See that scar? I had an emergency hysterectomy years ago, and they slashed my stomach. Now, I had the stomach part repaired because it was left in a baggy little sack, but I've got a scar from hip to hip, just like her. I'm not perfect, right? But I've got an hourglass shape. Think about the hourglass shape. The sands of time is running out. Look at her. Look at her shape. Time is running out. We only have a certain amount of time on this planet. Are you going to spend that time wasted on what other people think of you, being unhappy with your body? Are you going to not go to the beach because you've got cellulite? Are you going to not go on a cruise because somebody might see your arms? I'm not, are you not going to go dancing because you're not a size 5 or a size 7? Are you not going to stand up and, I'm talking about the physical body right here, but it could be anything. Are you not going to stand up on that cruise ship and go and sing karaoke because you don't have the perfect voice? Or are you going to live your life? Look at her. Throw your arms back and live your life. I don't enjoy the scar across my stomach. I've got scars on my chest too. I had 2 breast reductions and I've got scars across my chest. They faded, but they're there. We all have scars. Some of us have acne scars. I've got right now on my cheeks this little rash, and it's because something has been under my skin. Probably all the shit about caring about what anybody else thinks. Something was under my skin and I needed to let it go. The sands of time are passing through this hourglass. Time is a wasting. Don't waste your time worrying about what other people think or judging yourself for what you look like on the outside, or maybe something else. Maybe it's not even your physical. Maybe you've got a lisp. Maybe you stutter. Maybe you're shy. Maybe you're an introvert and you don't do well in crowds and you get embarrassed and you get this beet red face. I had a friend that would get flushed beet red and they couldn't make it go away and they were so embarrassed. They didn't want to go anywhere. It's like, we spend too much time worrying about what everybody else thinks. And by the time I was finished talking to her yesterday, she was feeling good. Because you know what? You want to do something about your body? Do it, but make it fun. Join something that's fun. Join a jazzercise class. Start walking with a friend. A little at a time. No one says that we're ever going to be perfect, because we're not. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm 5'2.5". If I eat a sandwich, it goes right to my ass. Okay? I'm 5'2.5". I don't have a fast metabolism. I got to work at it. I put on 5 pounds and I take 5 pounds off every month. That's what happens. It just goes up and down like a freaking yo-yo. And it bugs me, but whatever, life moves on. I have learned now that I was so worried about my twin coming back because I had been through so much stress since he went away, and allowed myself to be stressed out for such a long time and didn't sleep for such a long time that I've gotten wrinkles around my eyes. Erica, we talked about that yesterday when I did the reading. I said, oh my God, the reading was ruined. My entire weekly reading was ruined. It zoomed right in on my face. All you can see is the side of my face. You can see my lip, my corner of my eye, and my nose. And I said, all you can see is the wrinkle on my top lip, and you can see the wrinkles around my eyes. And she says, you know what? I said, why? What is the message? Am I looking at things too closely? And she goes, maybe because you were so worried about Jake coming home and seeing that you have wrinkles and that you weren't perfect. Maybe Spirit's showing you, you know what? You're looking at the wrong thing. And I thought, you know what? You're right. You're right. And then afterwards, miraculously, the reading went back to normal. So watch that reading and look at the wrinkles on my top lip and look at the wrinkles around my eyes. I'm 53 years old this year. So that's what happens with age. And I have to embrace it. And it's not fun to grow old. It's not fun to have things break down. But it happens. And it's the same thing if as far as career. I lost my job, man. I used to have this amazing job. I made a shitload of money. I had a beautiful home. And now I rent a room. I'm working on it. I've almost gotten where I can go to a place where I can get my own. But, I don't have that big paying job anymore. I don't have that fancy car, Got to tell you the truth. I've been driving a motorcycle because that's all I could afford. Wow. And are you concerned that somebody's going to judge you because of that? We're going outside. I got to show you guys something amazing. I've been watching it. I can't, I waited too long. I've got to go down there. We have got giant pelicans floating in the water. Can you see them going by that boat right there? I'm sorry that I waited so long, but we don't get pelicans here. Okay, one's coming back. One's coming back so you can see it. Thank you. Thank you for working with me. That's amazing. And I got to tell you, because the pelican is about cooperation. It's about working together as a team. You see them? Right there. They're huge. Giant pelicans. Oh my God, I'm excited. I mean, you know, when you guys live on the California coast, you see pelicans and people are like, yeah, no big deal. Those are white pelicans. The ones at the coast that I've seen are generally gray. Look how many there are. Let's see how many there are. Oh my God, you guys. I want to run down there with you guys. Oh my God, they're beautiful. Look at them, look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. 5 of them. Big changes rumbling through your entire existence at this time. It's a good idea to call upon Spirit for help with those life changes. 5 pelicans. Okay, you guys, and look who's on the move over here. The white herons. Look how beautiful they are. The white cranes, the giant cranes. Those are the ones who don't give a shit about what everybody else thinks. Look at them flying around. A pair of them. The jack of all trades, master of none, the world would say. You know, the ones who don't care about the Joneses. The ones who are the odd ones. The ones who don't, you know, who dance to their own beat and do their own thing. The ones that are spiritual when nobody else gets it. Right? They don't care. They're flying high. And look it up there. We've got 3 doves. Harmony, prophecy, fulfillment. Soulmate connections. Look at them soar. Look at them soar. Look at them. Let's come right close. Oh, you guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. And check it out. There's a message from Spirit if ever I saw one. It's time to take flight. It's time to take off. It's time to stop giving a shit what anybody else thinks about you. And it's time to start embracing your own spirituality and your own beauty, your own wonder. I'm going to run down there. I'm running down there, you guys. I gotta go see these pelicans. I love you guys.